The Eagle River Revitalization Program is a non-profit organization that has a mission to make their city brighter.
And one of their annual efforts is expanding to make that happen. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi went to Eagle River today to learn more. Mohammed?
Yeah, Dan and Jessica. Artscape has been running since 2007, and it enlists the help of local artists to help beautify the city. It allows them to share their talents with the Eagle River community and tourists.
You know, there's a lot of hidden talent up north.
The Eagle River Revitalization Program is looking to beautify the city.
The program has been in existence since 2007, and we've had artists that have been with us in the beginning, and we have some that just start, even just last year.
This year, they are continuing the Artscape banner program in hope to draw even more local artists.
We also seek the sponsors for those. This year, I'm expanding the Artscape program by about another 20, and so we're hoping to showcase 75 artists and highlight 75 sponsors.
With all sorts of different artwork to showcase.
Photograph as a submission to even poetry in the artist world, so I just love raccoons.
Local artists like Jane O'Brien believes that this is a wonderful opportunity.
Well, I just like to paint, and I paint in watercolor and acrylics, and I like to, you know, I just love to have my work shown on the banners downtown.
And with all the hard work it takes to create that special masterpiece, having it displayed where everyone can see it is a feeling that is unforgettable.
It displays something that is important to me in the Northwoods, and just having it up gives you a feeling of accomplishment.
Artwork in a completed application must be delivered to the Eagle River Revitalization Program on or before February 1st, 2023. For more information about the program and submission requirements, you can visit our website at wjfw.com. Dan?
Thank you, Mohammed. What a great project. Stick around. We'll be back with one final check of the forecast.
I have something for you.
I have something for you, too.
It's the holidays. Get 3.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get $2,500 purchase allowance.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin, so now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees, because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
Aiello's, the home of the Godfather Grinder, offering sandwiches, pasta salads, soups, delicious scratch-made hand-tossed pizzas, and more. All made to order with the freshest ingredients. Party platters for any occasion, large or small. Call ahead to order yours. See you soon at Aiello's.
From all of us at Burns Insurance, we want to thank you for your continued business.
We want to wish you a very safe and healthy holiday season. Happy holidays.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
Well, Jeff, there are two kinds of people in the world. There are the Jessicas of the world who maybe aren't that excited about the snow. There are You can correct the record.
I'm going to correct it. I'm excited about the snow.
She's embracing
I don't like shoveling the snow.
Got it.
That's what I don't like.
Okay, well, I will say about tomorrow's snow, it is kind of scary. We shouldn't, just think this is all fun and games.
This is one of those because it's going to be the heavy, wet stuff, and that stuff's not easy to move around. It's going to be, it weighs a lot, right? So that on your roof, you're moving across your sidewalks. If you're shoveling tomorrow, get some help because you're going to want that. Let's go outside now and check on the satellite picture. Here comes our next system. A wave of energy tonight, a little bit of snow. A wave of energy tomorrow morning, a little bit more snow and freezing rain. The bulk of the heaviest snow gets in here tomorrow evening about this time and lingers into about midday on Thursday.
And I want to say the second person is me. Really wants the snow, but it is kind
he
of
recovered kind of.
Well, that's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 6.
Look at this snow.
Come into Chequamegon Adventure Company in Minocqua for the end-of-season sale. Great deals on all Fat Bikes, snowshoes, clothing, and accessories.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up. This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected. I'm proud of you, kid. And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
Rhinelander Pub is open for lunch. Our full menu featuring our all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar is now available for lunch. Ideal for business lunches or get-togethers with family or friends. We open daily at 11 a.m. We welcome reservations.
Discover what's trending in the North Woods on Up North at 4 with Nate Myhawk and Jeff Weller. Local conversations about what it means to live, work, and play up north. Weekdays at 4.
Tonight's lineup on Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart. Looking for the best selection of furniture and appliances at the lowest prices, guaranteed? Come to Furniture and Appliance Mart. You're going to love it here.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
In the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very...
rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
This Christmas, rock their world with a gift from Wickersham Jewelry. They have the hottest styles in diamonds and gold. You can even surprise her with rare polar pink sapphires. Check out silver and diamond jewelry that is essential to every woman's wardrobe. Take advantage of interest-free financing programs. And don't forget the men in your life with stocking stuffers starting at only $59. And of course, more diamonds and gold for her stocking. Visit Wickersham Jewelry, Rothschild, Marshfield, and Rhinelander.
Breaking news tonight, the dangerous tornado threat and blizzard conditions as a major storm sweeps across the country. Multiple tornadoes breaking out across the south. In Oklahoma, homes destroyed by a powerful EF2 tornado on the ground for 3 miles with winds up to 125 miles per hour. In Texas, a reported tornado injuring several people, damaging homes and a shopping mall. To the north, blizzard warnings in multiple states, whiteout conditions on the roads, where the storm is headed next. Also tonight, the founder of crypto giant FTX arrested in the Bahamas after the company's $32 billion collapse. Prosecutors alleging he's behind one of the largest financial frauds in American history. U.S. inflation slowing for the 5th consecutive month, what it means for your money and holiday shopping. The massive migrant surge at the border, what's causing it and why more people may arrive in the coming days. The 3-alarm inferno at an NYPD evidence warehouse. Smoke rising into the sky, multiple firefighters injured. The college football world stunned by the death of Mississippi State's head coach Mike Leach. And the Today exclusive, Jay Leno, his first TV interview since a car fire left him with serious burns.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening, everyone. A massive storm dumping heavy and blowing snow on one end and spinning up destructive tornadoes and flash floods on the other tops our newscast tonight. One weather system stretching from the snowy Dakotas down through Texas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma, which this morning saw its strongest tornado in 7 years, a damaging EF2. Severe weather striking Texas as well, where passengers and workers at DFW Airport were told to shelter in place. Not far from there, the violent weather leaving its mark, a trail of damage. And the immediate danger may not be over. Right now, millions in the south at risk for dreaded nighttime tornadoes. We're tracking the storm's potential impact as it barrels towards the east. But let's start with Morgan Chesky joining us now from Grapevine, Texas. Morgan, good evening.
Yeah, Lester, good evening. And tonight in Texas, the race is on to restore power after this morning was interrupted by the sound of tornado sirens. This rare December twister wreaking absolute havoc, gutting homes and businesses caught in its path. This storm just one of several that wreak so much danger across the south. Tonight, a wild winter system's brutal wrath barrels east. Its multi-pronged path of destruction, stretching from snow-slammed Dakotas down to tornado-ravaged Texas, leaving roughly 14 million Americans across the upper Midwest and Great Plains under winter alerts. In Fort Worth today, a heart-stopping scene, a funnel appearing to touch down amid widespread tornado watches and warnings in Texas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma.
A severe weather condition.
A tornado threat forcing travelers to shelter in place at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. In suburban Grapevine,
we ran to the bathroom, we got on the floor, and I started praying.
5 people hospitalized after authorities say a probable tornado roared through. A middle school evacuated and businesses damaged. What did you find when you walked outside?
Debris everywhere, tree limbs down everywhere, shingles all over the yard, pieces of metal from the Sam store across the highway about half a mile away.
Don't mess with weather. If you hear the sirens going off, please shelter in place.
More devastation in Wayne, Oklahoma, where a confirmed EF2 tornado left homes ripped to shreds, roofs collapsed or torn off, trees reduced to kindling. In nearby Norman, drivers caught in flash floods after a torrential downpour. Meanwhile, up north in the Great Plains, trucks sidelined along ice-covered highways. South Dakota's governor urging people to stay home.
We have a lot of ice and significant damage that could happen.
And in Arizona, a rare phenomenon. Thunder snow, the patchwork of damage. This severe system's second act after earlier this week wreaking havoc out west, dumping 4 feet of snow in California's Sierra Nevadas. People shoveling out as far north as Alaska. Tonight, tens of millions hoping their power and heat hold out as a monster system continues marching east.
And Morgan, we know residents there in Grapevine are still cleaning up from all the damage, but are they expecting a further threat there?
Yeah, Lester, potentially. The good news is that North Texas should be out of the woods tonight, but the bad news is that this massive system, as it continues to march on, could hold severe weather threats for the Gulf Coast and the Southeast, and of particular concern, nighttime tornadoes, which numbers show can be more than twice as deadly. Lester.
Yeah, Morgan Chesky, thank you for that. This dangerous weather will affect tens of millions around the country throughout the week. Dylan Dreyer is tracking it. Dylan, what's the forecast?
Well, Lester, there's a lot going on with this whole system. And here we have the severe threat with tornado warnings and continued watches in effect. As this moves to the east overnight, we are going to continue with the threat of more tornadoes and torrential downpours. Not only that, but we could see wind gusts up to 75 miles per hour and large hail as well. But this area in red that includes most of Louisiana, that's where we do have an enhanced risk for strong tornadoes. Tomorrow, the threat shifts ever so slightly to the east, includes Mississippi, parts of Alabama, and parts of Louisiana as well. That's the warm side of the storm. Where it's cold, we have blizzard warnings in effect because not only will we see a lot of heavy snow, but wind gusts up to 60, 70 miles per hour. That will drastically reduce visibility, make conditions very dangerous, and still we could end up with another foot of snow in parts of the Dakotas. Lester.
All right, Dylan, thank you. Tonight, what federal prosecutors call one of the biggest financial frauds in U.S. history, carried out, they say, by former crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried, now under arrest and facing multiple criminal charges. CNBC's Kate Rooney has more.
He was once hailed as the king of crypto. But today, Sam Bankman-Fried, founder and former CEO of crypto exchange FTX, is facing criminal indictments and a wave of civil complaints.
Bankman-Fried and his co-conspirators stole billions of dollars from FTX customers. He used that money for his personal benefit.
Bankman-Fried, arrested last night in the Bahamas, faces 8 criminal charges in the U.S. Authorities alleging he defrauded investors by funneling customers' money into his own hedge fund behind their backs. As a result, they say $8 billion have gone missing.
This committee will not stop until we uncover the full truth behind the collapse of FTX.
In Washington today, a congressional hearing on FTX's collapse following what amounted to a run on the bank last month. Bankman-Fried, who was expected to testify, was instead making his first court appearance in the Bahamas.
There was no corporate controls, no corporate oversight.
FTX's new CEO, John Ray, led energy giant Enron through bankruptcy after its collapse. Today, appearing before Congress, he ripped into Bankman-Fried's management.
This is just taking money from customers and using it for your own purpose. Not sophisticated at all. This is just plain old embezzlement.
At its peak, FTX had 2.7 million users in the U.S., and superstar celebrities were promoting the company.
You know what? I'm in.
Bankman-Fried was also donating tens of millions of dollars to political campaigns, including President Biden's 2020 White House bid. But today's allegations say that money actually belonged to customers. The White House saying due to the Hatch Act, it could not answer questions of whether or not the president would return the donations.
And all of this dirty money was used in service of Bankman-Fried's desire to buy bipartisan influence and impact the direction of public policy in Washington.
In a statement today, his lawyers said Mr. Bankman-Fried is reviewing the charges with his legal team and considering all of his legal options.
We messed up big.
Before his arrest, Bankman-Fried took part in a whirlwind media tour defending himself.
There are things I would give anything to be able to do over again. I didn't ever try to commit fraud on anyone.
Kate Rooney joins me now. Kate, Bankman-Fried, as you noted, was arrested in the Bahamas. What happens next?
So, Lester, the United States has asked for extradition to New York, but Bankman-Fried's legal team plans to fight the request. His application for bail has been denied, and he'll remain in a Bahamian jail. His next court appearance for arguments over extradition is scheduled for February 8th. Lester.
All right, Kate Rooney, thank you for that. Tonight, some promising signs that inflation is cooling. Prices up just slightly in November from the month before and up 7.1% from a year ago, less than analysts predicted. Ann Thompson has details.
If the Grinch had a name this year, it would be inflation.
I'm very hopeful that this is not the new normal.
Kimmy and Matt Smith have a long Christmas list. At the top, their children, Kennedy and Easton.
It's trying to find the best deal right now and trying to find the best price.
To get the most out of this season of high prices, they started planning in the summer.
Turn it this way.
And agreed not to buy each other presents.
I feel like every time we make a purchase, we put in so much more thought. Where are we getting our gas? Where are we getting our groceries?
Inflation pressure that a new government report says is easing.
In a world where inflation is rising at double digits in many major economies around the world, inflation is coming down in America.
The decline in annual inflation, 7.1% in November, down from 7.7% in October, helped by a drop in gasoline prices. The average price for a gallon now down more than $1.70 since June. Overall, inflation slowed a bit, but housing costs continued to rise, up 7.1%, the biggest increase in more than 4 decades.
Whoa, that's so cool.
In suburban Chicago, the owners of the Smiths' favorite toy shop notice a caution among consumers, feeling the inflation squeeze.
Well, if my prices rise, their prices have to rise. I can't absorb that. It's just impossible, right? You know, it's just kind of how it goes.
Yet stores and consumers are determined to keep the holiday spirit despite this year's Grinch.
Here we go. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday of the entire year.
So, Ann, today inflation numbers. Next is the Federal Reserve.
Right, and that's coming tomorrow, Lester. And the Federal Reserve is expected to announce its 7th interest rate hike this year. Markets anticipate a 0.5 point increase, but all eyes will be on Chairman Jerome Powell and what he says about continuing these increases and by how much in the new year.
Okay, and thank you. Now to that new wave of thousands of migrants crossing the southern border. Officials in El Paso tonight are calling it a crisis, even before a Trump-era immigration restriction is expected to end next week. Gabe Gutierrez is on the Mexican side of the border tonight.
Overnight, even more migrants crossing the Rio Grande into El Paso, Texas. Thousands have come in huge groups just over the past several days, burning fires to keep warm, many from Nicaragua. Here in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, tension has been ramping up. Weeks ago, riot police broke apart a migrant camp that had formed along the border. Now, shelters are filling up.
Late today, there are still hundreds of migrants that have walked across the Rio Grande and right now are waiting to get into El Paso. This new influx that we're seeing comes just days before a federal court is set to lift the pandemic-era border restriction known as Title 42.
Today, we met this family of 4 from Guatemala who arrived here weeks ago.
Now they're waiting until Title 42 is lifted before they decide whether to cross into the United States.
With U.S. migrant processing centers already crowded, and some migrants even sleeping outside, some officials in El Paso are urging the mayor to declare a state of emergency.
It is a crisis. It is a state of emergency. There's no municipality alone that could handle what we're seeing and what we're about to see with the lifting of Title 42.
Today, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas visited El Paso, and he's facing Republican calls for impeachment. There was a record-breaking 2.4 million illegal border crossings in the last year. Critics of the Biden administration say its lax border policies will encourage an even larger influx when Title 42 is lifted. Customs and Border Protection agents tell NBC News daily illegal border crossings could reach a record 10,000 per day. This man from Ecuador says a cartel kidnapped him during his grueling journey and that he only survived because the Mexican military rescued him and hundreds of others.
Tonight, Secretary Mayorkas is defending the administration's border policies, saying immigration is very complex. And Lester, we're just now seeing how challenging it may be about to get.
Gabe Gutierrez, thank you. And late today, a historic moment at the White House. President Biden signing the Respect for Marriage Act in front of a crowd of thousands, providing federal protection for same-sex and interracial marriages. The law requires states to recognize these marriages, even if they were performed in another state. The president called it a vital step toward equality, liberty, and justice. In 60 seconds, the massive fire at an NYPD warehouse holding DNA evidence. Firefighters overwhelmed. And they're headed to the World Cup finals in thrilling fashion. Who will Argentina face next?
You could manufacture a whole new way of manufacturing. You could disrupt buying habits before they disrupt your business. You could fire up a new generation of startups and fuel the search for what comes next. So, what are you waiting for? Go. Baker Tilly.
Businesses nationwide are switching to Verizon Business Internet.
It's a perfect fit for my small business.
Verizon has business internet solutions nationwide.
For our not-so-small business, too.
Get internet that keeps your business ready for anything. From Verizon.
I'll remember that chapter of my life forever. We laughed. We cried. We protected that Progressive Home and Auto bundle day and night. We left our blood, sweat, and tears on that yard. Well, Jamie did anyway.
In New York City today, a 3-alarm fire erupting at an NYPD evidence warehouse. A massive cloud of smoke in the sky as firefighters used boats to battle the flames. 8 people, including firefighters, were injured. The NYPD says evidence going back 20 to 30 years was kept at the site. Officials say it could take days to put out the hotspots. We'll turn now to the World Cup, where Lionel Messi and Argentina are headed to the final after dominating Croatia today. But who will they face? Megan Fitzgerald is in Qatar tonight.
Argentina will play in the World Cup final.
This one was all Argentina from start to finish. The legendary Lionel Messi with a dominant game, scoring early on a penalty kick, sinking the ball in the corner of the goal.
Messi buries it.
Minutes later, Argentina netting a second one. 2-0 into the half. A conclusive win with a final goal assisted by Messi.
Messi dances around, turns the corner, gets inside of him, cuts it back!
The superstar celebrated as the team now moving on to the finals. Fans back in Buenos Aires and in Doha, thrilled he'll get the chance to bring home the title.
How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm feeling very, very, very happy.
So how do you describe the moment? Undescribable.
Argentina now with a shot to become the first non-European team to clinch the cup in 20 years. They'll take on the winner of tomorrow's historic matchup between France and Morocco. The Arab nation, the Cinderella story of the tournament, defying the odds and becoming the first African nation to advance to the semifinals. From the underdogs to the greats, this year's tournament is anyone's game. Megan Fitzgerald, NBC News, Doha.
And next for us tonight, the bank pleading guilty to money laundering and forfeiting $2 billion. And the biggest deal ever to buy new planes in the U.S. as air travel soars.
This is our premium platinum coverage map, and this is Consumer Cellular's map. See the difference?
No, I don't see the difference. Do you?
Well, that one's purple. Exactly. That's our premium.
What does that mean?
I think it means it costs more. That's what makes it premium.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
No, but it is premium.
I'd just go with Consumer Cellular.
Thank you.
They're the same.
Get the same coverage at half the cost. Save up to $250 a year on all the talk, text, and data you need. Consumer Cellular.
Dude, you coming? Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. With Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Flu Relief. Also try for Fizzy Fast Cough Relief.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and choose one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs ready for delivery. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
If your business kept unemployed through the pandemic, GetRefunds.com can see if it may qualify for a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. All it takes is 8 minutes to get started. Then, work with professionals to assist your business with its forms and submit the application. Go to GetRefunds.com to learn more.
You are absolutely shining up there. You are a master.
We've invited everyone who either won the show or nearly won the show. It's the best of the best versus the best.
It's a red carpet affair this New Year's Eve. At Ho-Chunk Gaming in Wittenberg, dress to impress. There will be party favors, complimentary food from the Mint, a free photo booth, and live music from Video Star. Plus, hot seat drawings, barrel drawings for $1,000 cash. Then at midnight, a grand prize drawing for a Ford Explorer and $2,000 cash. Plus, another cash giveaway at 1 a.m. Earn entries throughout December to win big on New Year's Eve.
Back now with a massive bank fraud scheme. Danske Bank, the largest bank in Denmark, pleading guilty to defrauding U.S. banks and agreeing to pay a $2 billion penalty. The Justice Department says Danske exploited anti-money laundering measures in Estonia to give high-risk customers, including some Russians, access to the U.S. financial system. Also tonight, just as the holiday travel rush is about to kick off, there's major news in the aviation world. The biggest deal ever by a U.S. carrier to buy commercial airplanes. We get more from Tom Costello.
The size of the deal is staggering, potentially worth up to $43 billion.
You ready to build us some airplanes?
United Airlines betting big that the post-pandemic travel boom is here to stay, ordering 200 planes from Boeing, including the biggest order ever domestically for the wide-body 787, as United phases out older models for better fuel economy and more passenger room. United CEO Scott Kirby.
Larger windows, lighting, bigger overhead bins, everything about the airplane was designed to be the next generation for customers.
Boeing, one of America's biggest manufacturers, has struggled following 2 fatal 737 MAX crashes overseas, quality control, supply chain, and production slowdowns.
This order is a testimony to the post-MAX Boeing, in my opinion, and the 87 in particular.
Tens of thousands of jobs nationwide, now more secure. This deal comes as travel is surging worldwide. Boeing can't make planes fast enough. And now the Christmas travel rush is just a week away. AAA estimates 112 million Americans will travel between the 23rd and the 2nd, the third busiest on record. While good weather helped smooth out travel over Thanksgiving, blizzard conditions are today rolling across the country. You guys are ready for Christmas?
We absolutely are ready. And because we've built more slack into the system, even when there's weather, we have more flexibility and ability to respond. And particularly keep the weather from bleeding over into the rest of the system.
United says it's hiring 2,400 pilots a year, predicting its planes will fly full for years to come. Tom Costello, NBC News, Charleston, South Carolina.
And coming up, we'll remember a college football icon, Coach Mike Leach, and Hoda Kotb's exclusive interview with Jay Leno, what the comedian says about being hospitalized by that burning car.
Peaceful state. Full plate. Wait, are you my blind date? Dancing crew, trip for 2, now the final interview. Buy or lease. Masterpiece. Inside joke. Artichoke. Game with Doug. Brand new mug. Come here, kid. Give me a hug. Have you gotten your updated COVID-19 booster? They're designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants. Schedule yours at vaccines.gov.
For people who love their vehicles, there's only one name on their holiday list. WeatherTech. Laser-measured floor liners that fit perfectly in the front and rear. Seat protector to guard against spills and messes. Cargo liner, bump step, and no-drill mud flaps to protect the exterior. And cup foam keeps phones secure and handy. Shop for everyone on your list with American-made products at WeatherTech.com.
I just switched to Verizon Business Unlimited. It is just right for my little business. Unlimited premium data, unlimited hotspot data.
You know it's from the most reliable 5G network in America.
When it comes to your business, not all bars are created equal. So switch to Verizon Business Unlimited today.
This is the planning effect. If Raina's thinking about retirement, she'll get some help from Fidelity to envision what's possible. Fidelity can help her prioritize her goals by looking at her full financial picture. Plus, they'll help her pick an investment strategy. one she's comfortable with. And with a clear plan to get to retirement, Raina can enjoy wherever she's headed next. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
Let's go again. One more.
One more, man?
Oh, man. All right, little bro.
Want more?
Floridians are resilient. And when we work together, our communities are safer, stronger, and healthier. The Florida Disaster Fund is the state's official private fund that helps Florida's communities with disaster response and recovery. Learn more at volunteerflorida.org. You may also text disaster to 20222 to donate. Together, we can serve Florida.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time. Long live dreams. And long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali and long live life.
The hatred isn't new. It never really went away. Tomorrow we'll take an unflinching look at the resurgence of anti-Semitism in America, having raw conversations about the epidemic of hate.
Tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. on NBC News Now.
Tributes are pouring in tonight following the death of one of college football's most influential coaches. Mike Leach, head coach of Mississippi State, was known as a colorful innovator, named National Coach of the Year twice. He mentored players and developed star coaches, including during his years at Washington State and Texas Tech. School officials say he died from complications of a heart condition. Mike Leach was 61. Finally tonight, comedian Jay Leno is opening up for the first time after that harrowing day 1 month ago when he suffered serious burns in a fire at the garage holding his collection of cars. He spoke about the accident in an exclusive interview with Hoda Kotb.
Tell me what happened that day.
Well, it was a 1907 white steam car. The fuel line was clogged, so I was underneath it trying to clog, and I said, blow some air through the line. And suddenly, boom, I got a face full of gas. And then the pilot light jumped and my face caught on fire. And I said to my friend, I said, Dave, I'm on fire. And then, oh my God, Dave, my friend, pulled me out and jumped on top of me and kind of smothered the fire.
Well, we're glad to hear that Jay is okay and doing well. He'll have much more to say about all this in Hoda Kotb's exclusive interview tomorrow morning on Today. That's Nightly News. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
You are absolutely shining up there. You are a master.
Northwoods Firearms in Crandon. We sell anything freedom. Firearms, ammunition, parts, and accessories. We buy, sell, and trade all types of firearms. We specialize in custom-built rifles and fully equipped setup hunting rifles. Silencer shop power dealer with kiosk. Factory trained and certified Cerakote applicator. We handle all types of firearms transfers as well as NFA weapons.